It's Europa League quarter-final time, and I'm going to lay it on the line. I think if we can beat Chelsea, we will go on and win the tournament. Hello and welcome to Club 6, Episode 6 of The Pilgrimage. My name is Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got both legs of the Europa League quarter-final game against Chelsea for you. And let's get straight into the match, and I will show you the team for the first leg, which is a home match for us. And the team for this one is Gasparini in goal, back four of Abdussalam, Skriniar, Buongiorno and Dest, Rodri at the base of midfield, Barella and Sambi Lokonga ahead of him. It's Colombo and Doku on the wings, Raspadori up front. Let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, so the assistant is recommending, the media have given you a lot of credit lately, go out there and put on a worthy display. No, I'm going to disagree. I am going to pump the fists and say I expect a good result from this first leg. Go out there and grab a win. I think given that we're at home in the first leg, we absolutely must win this. So that's what I'm going with. And let's go into the tunnel, do a quick tunnel interview. What's the mood in the dressing room at the moment? Got a great bunch of players, they're confident and have great self-belief. How are you approaching the task of keeping the Europa League's leading goal scorers quiet here? I know how good we can be and I trust my players to do their jobs, I think that's fair. Will Lorenzo Colombo be able to play the full 90 minutes here? We'll manage him according to the demands of the match. Okay, let's get straight into it and see if we can grab the win. I think we need to definitely at least win the match. So let's, I think, demand more. Just going to check the highlight speed. It's fine. We've had the first shot, wasn't on target or highlight worthy, so presumably not a good one. Chelsea have responded with one that equally didn't merit a highlight, and theirs was obviously a better chance than ours given that their XG is higher. They're starting to dominate a little bit, so I think a demand more is probably in order at this stage. We'll do that now. Ratings wise, Raspadori's not having a great game up front. Other than that, everyone's doing okay, but not fantastically. We've finally had a shot on target, but still not one worthy of a highlight. And Raspadori is still not doing brilliantly, although he's now had a free kick that has produced a good save from the Chelsea keeper. The corner is an outswinger and it's headed away, and that highlight comes to an end. So the first half looks like it's probably petering out into a goalless first half. Let's work the ball into the box. I think that's sensible. And then I think we'll do a double substitution at half time. Doku and Raspadori can both come off. Not happy. Okay, Abdussalam has actually played well and he's demotivated. Right, so Raspadori needs to come off. The question is, right, let's put Colombo up front, give him a try as a striker. Raspadori for Nkunku, and Doku for Diaz are going to be the half-time changes. And I think that will do for now. And obviously we'll need to monitor the fitness of the players in the second half. We're underway. Let's demand more. I'm not going to go attacking. I certainly don't want to lose the first leg. 0-0 would be a poor result, but not an irreparable one. Whereas to lose the home leg would be an utter disaster. So we cannot go chasing it. Chelsea come forward down their left-hand side. It's Yusuf Demir. He's played it back to James, and the initial decision is penalty. I thought that wasn't a foul, but the penalty's been given, and it is going to be Lukaku with it. He's blasted it past the goalkeeper. It's Inter Milan 0, Chelsea 1. I think Colombo needs to come off up front, and we'll bring on... Who can we bring on? I think we might have to try a defender up front. We'll give Omar Bamidele a go as a striker, as a bit of an experiment. Might change him to be a target forward on attack. Might be sensible for a centre back. Right, Abdesalam to Nkunku. Nkunku's lost out to Blanco. And Mount plays it into Havertz. Kulusevski, it's Blanco, and it's cleared by Skriniar after it comes back off the post. It is only 1-0, so I'm not going attacking. We are going to demand more. In fact, hang it, let's go attacking. It's going to be tough to come back from this anyway, so we might as well try and make it 1-1. Of course, there's no away goals anymore, so a 1-1 is as good as a 0-0. And Omar Bamidele is actually having a reasonable game. He's not playing great, but considering he's playing at the opposite end of the pitch to where he's used to, he is actually doing alright. We're into 5 added minutes. I don't think there's going to be a highlight. And the 5 minutes is up. Play continues, but now it is over. It is Inter Milan 0, Chelsea 1. I'll play the next match in the league off camera, and I'll join you for the second leg in a moment. Okay, well, we drew 2-2 with Juventus, having held a 2-0 lead. So we come into this one needing to overturn a narrow 1-0 defeat from the first leg. The team that's going to go out there and try and do it for us is Gasperini in goal, back four of Dest, Skriniar, Omar Bamidele and Abdesalam. Rodri at the base of midfield, Barella and Sambi Lokonga ahead of him, Colombo on the right, Doku on the left, Raspadori up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, the assistant manager is recommending the media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go out there and put on a worthy display. No, I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going to point the finger and tell them we've got nothing to lose, we know how good we are, let's show everyone else what we're capable of. So let's go into the tunnel and answer the questions. You have what can only be described as a terrible record against Pep Guardiola in your career. Why have you found it so hard to beat him? He's one of the best managers in the game. There's no doubt about that. Do you think it's important to lay this particular record to rest? And are you confident in making that happen here? If it meant we could stop talking about it, yeah, I'd love nothing more. How big an absence will Alessandro Buongiorno be due to suspension in this huge match? It's a big match, you're right, and I want the players who are available to play to step up to the plate, absolutely. Andrew Bamidele starts again and will no doubt be looking to continue his fine vein of form. How pleased have you been with his performances? He's playing well and deserves to be praised for that. I hope he can put in another strong display here. And let's get straight into the match then and see if we can overturn the first leg deficit, which, as you can see, was 1-0, or as you saw in the first leg indeed. So we're 5 minutes in, absolutely nothing has happened so far, although Chelsea have just had the first shot. It was on target but not highlight worthy, so we'll encourage. I think that's what we clicked. I actually changed my mind. I don't know if it went to the one I intended. We'll find out. Some of them are happy anyway, so it's had a limited effect. So it was probably no pressure, to be honest. Sambi Lokonga plays it through for Doku, and Doku scores. So we have wiped out the first leg deficit with 25 minutes gone. Although that did appear a little bit slow, it is. That's better. So we're watching the replay. Raspadori, Sambi Lokonga, and Doku wrong foots the keeper, puts it in the far corner. I think he gave him the eyes a little bit, to be honest. We've scored with our first shot, which is brilliant, giving them a little bit of a taste of their own medicine, and we can hopefully hold on to this for as long as possible. Abdusalam, no, we've given the ball away. Kulusevski goes back to Fofana, he finds Laurent, Mount to Blanco, back to Mount, back to Laurent, Mount to Fofana, Laurent to Mount to Laurent, Blanco, we can't get the ball off them at the moment. Mount to Laurent, Fofana, he goes to James, who finds use of Demir. Demir goes back to Fofana, who gives it back to Demir, and they've got out. They found Brahim Nontshinga, Brahim to Mount, who has the shot, and Mason Mount has found an absolute stunner for an equaliser on the night and to restore Chelsea's 1-goal lead. So we'll demand more, and let's have a look at who the likely candidates for a half-time substitution are. The obvious one is Barella, but Raspadori's not having a great game either. Mount and Laurent are playing it around again. Blanco back to Laurent. Raspadori's won it, and he's played in Colombo, who has the shot, but it's straight at Podek, who makes a comfortable save. Nontshinga with the throw-in into Brahim. Back to Blanco, who plays it over the top. Yusuf Demir picks up the loose ball. Kulusevski just wide, and it looks like it's going to be 1-1 at half-time. Dest with the throw-in, back to Skriniar. Rodrigo to Dest to Skriniar. Goes back to Gasperini. I don't want us playing about with it like this at the back. It's bound to end in disaster, and it has. Romelu Lukaku pounces on a misplaced pass to give Chelsea a 2-1 lead, 3-1 on aggregate, and that has got to be game over at this stage, which is massively disappointing. Show me something else in the second half. Right, let's have a look. I think we probably need multiple substitutions at half time. Barella clearly. Vapinski possibly. It'll do. It's not ideal. Clearly Sambi Lokonga as well, and Shotard is probably the right choice, and I think we will leave the final substitution for the first player to say they're keeling over and dying. So let's demand more. We need 2 goals in the second half. We might as well go attacking. We're behind. We've got absolutely nothing to lose. We need to score twice. Raspadori's having a terrible game, but I can't afford to take him off. It looks like it's going to be Colombo as the final sub, if we've got someone we can bring on, which luckily we do, and Kunku can be the man to replace him, and we might as well do that now. And Mount plays it back to Laurent, into Blanco, Brahim to Blanco to Mount. It's played to Yusuf Demir on Chelsea's right hand side. Demir plays it through for Brahim, and Brahim Diaz has made it 3-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. If it wasn't over before, it certainly is now. Yes, we'll proceed with the change. We might as well stay on attacking. We'll demand more again. It's not going to make any difference. We need 3 goals just to take it to extra time. We've no subs left. So it's all gone horribly, horribly wrong in the second leg. To be fair, it went horribly wrong in the first leg. This just meant we had to chase the game, and that suited Chelsea absolutely down to the ground. Into the last 15 minutes, we still haven't scored. We need 3 goals. We've got 12 minutes to get them. Not going to happen. We're going to go very attacking to try and at least get something to happen. Even if it's another goal for Chelsea. Just want something to happen. But it looks like it's just petering out. Chelsea have just shut up shop, decided they've had enough. They've won the game. And yeah, we're into stoppage time. There's 3 minutes of it. And that too has passed by without any incident. It finishes Chelsea 3, Inter Milan 1, 4-1 on aggregate, and our Europa League adventure has come to an end. I'll see you in a moment to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, before we take a look at the fixtures to decide what's coming up on the next episode, I thought I'd show you the league table as we played one match off camera in between the 2 legs of our Europa League quarter-final, and as you can see we have dropped down to 5th in the table, having drawn our last 2 league games. And therefore qualification for the Champions League is no longer in our own hands. So with that in mind, let's have a look at what is left of the season and make a decision about when we're going to come back. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play all the way through to the final 2 games of the season. So I'll bring you back to show you Parma at home and Bologna away, the final game of the season, and that'll be on tomorrow's episode. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.